Trees give us oxygen, they give us life. However, despite the amazing things that trees do, most people don't even notice trees. They either walk by them without stopping to look at their green leaves, or cast aside all those who admire and appreciate trees as mere tree huggers. The truth is, we need trees in order to survive. The world would be a better place if there were more trees, and the world would be a more amazing place if there were more trees like the 10 examples on this list. These trees are ancient, colorful, and exotic. Some of these trees have been warped by centuries of wind, while others have stood proudly erect through many chapters of history. All 10 are natural marvels that deserve to be loved. Before we get into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button to be the first to see our newest videos. Number 10. The Trees of Slope Point. Slope Point is the southernmost tip of New Zealand's South Island. Here, the Pacific Ocean produces incredibly powerful winds that blow over the entire island. In fact, the area's airstreams are unobstructed for a whopping 2,000 miles. This means that anything and everything on Slope Point is daily battered by powerful and often frigid winds. Trees are no different. The trees on this uninhabited island are twisted, gnarled, and generally bent out of shape thanks to the region's winds. Most of these trees appear to be permanently bent by the wind, but few are broken or snapped in two. Like the sheep that roam South Island, the trees of Slope Point are a hardy race who refuse to submit to Mother Nature. Number 9. The Angel Oak of Johns Island. The American South is fond of tradition. Southern hospitality is really nothing more than an adherence to an older set of customs and courtesies. The Angel Oak of Johns Island, South Carolina, epitomizes the South and its deep appreciation for the past. It's believed that the Angel Oak tree is between 400 and 500 years old. That makes the tree older than the United States itself. This massive but beautiful oak stands 66.5 feet tall, or 20 meters, has a circumference of 28 feet, or 8.5 meters, and has long, twisting branches that produce 17,200 square feet of shade. The longest branch of the Angel Oak is an astonishing 187 feet long. If you're ever in the vicinity of Charleston, you owe it to yourself to see the Angel Oak. Number 8. Flamboyant trees. The term flamboyant is synonymous with outlandish colors and loud clothing. The flamboyant trees, which are native to Madagascar, certainly live up to its name. Also known as the flame tree, the ornamental tree is nevertheless considered the tree used during the crucifixion of Jesus Christ by the St. Thomas Christians of Kerala, India. These trees are known for their orange, red, and scarlet petals, some of which can grow to be 8 centimeters long. These large petals help to make flamboyant trees stand out and stand tall. Flamboyant trees can be cultivated in almost every tropical environment. In the United States, flamboyant trees grow in South Florida as well as parts of Texas. A very famous and photogenic flamboyant tree can be found in Brazil. Flamboyant trees are also perfect for animal lovers, as macaques and other animals love to dine on the yummy flowers of the flamboyant species. Number 7. The President. California is a tree lover's paradise. The Golden State is home to many national parks, including those that are well known to tree enthusiasts from around the world. In the heart of California's Sequoia National Park stands the President, the third largest giant sequoia tree in the world. All told, the President stands 241 feet tall, or 73 meters, and has a circumference of 93 feet, or 28 meters. It took the magazine National Geographic 126 photographs in order to capture the President in its entirety. Besides being extremely large, the President is also extremely old. This tree is believed to be 3,200 years old. Number 6. The 1776 horse chestnut tree. For Americans, 1776 is a very important year. In July 4th, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed, thus signaling the break between Great Britain and its 13 colonies in North America. New England led the charge of the American Revolution, with two of the war's earliest battles at Lexington and Concord taking place in the heart of Massachusetts. To the north, in the state of New Hampshire, there stands a tree that was witness to all of this history. This 200-year-old tree can be found in the seaport town of Portsmouth and is located on the property of the Moffat Ladd House. This tree, which is 80 feet tall, was likely planted by William Whipple in 1776. Mr. Whipple not only planted this famous chestnut tree, but he also signed the Declaration of Independence. 1776 was quite a year. Number 5. Japanese wisteria tree. Old trees make people think of the shortness of human life. For us, living for 100 years seems close to impossible. For trees, living for over 100 years is almost expected. One Japanese wisteria tree is not only well over 100 years old, but its bright pink and purple leaves are the envy of the natural world. The largest wisteria tree in Japan is located in the country's Ashikaga Flower Park. The tree has been measured at 1,990 square meters. To put that in perspective, this beautiful tree alone represents half an acre. Despite being over 140 years old, this wisteria still attracts thousands of visitors every year thanks to its lively coloring. If you stood under this tree on a dark night, you could almost envision the hanging blossoms like pink and purple colored rain. Number 4. Dragon blood trees. Calling a tree dragon blood certainly makes them sound frightening. While not actually scary, dragon blood trees are very weird. The dragon blood tree is native to the Yemeni island of Socotra and earned their infamous nickname because they produce a red sap. Besides their blood-colored sap, what makes these trees highly unusual is their shape. Fully mature dragon blood trees are dome-shaped with a tightly packed network of branches that produce what looks like an upturned umbrella. According to legend, dragon blood trees were favored by alchemists because their dark red resin was an ingredient in certain magical compounds. Others have relied on these trees for folk medicines. Number 3. Rainbow eucalyptus. When we think of trees, we think of two colors, brown and green. The rainbow eucalyptus is one tree that does not conform to this assumption. Indigenous to the Philippines, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea, the rainbow eucalyptus typically grows to be 250 feet tall, provided that they receive all the rain that they require. In the US, the few rainbow eucalyptus trees can be found in Hawaii. These trees earned the name rainbow because they annually shed. During this process, the brown bark peels back and exposes the bright green bark underneath. After prolonged exposure to the sun, this green bark darkens and can take on various hues, ranging from blue to maroon. These multiple colors create a rainbow pattern that make this eucalyptus tree look like a painter's canvas. Number 2. Pando. The pando is known as the trembling giant. Why? Because this unique ecosystem consists of 47,000 trees that are all connected by a single root. In other words, this forest of trees actually represents just one organism. Overall, Pando weighs 6,615 tons and stretches across 107 acres of land in Utah's Fish Lake National Park. Pando could be anywhere from 80,000 years old to 1 million years old. It's undoubtable that this is one of the oldest organisms on the planet. Unfortunately, many research scientists believe that Pando may no longer be capable of regenerating itself thanks to invasive species, droughts, and other problems. Number 1. General Sherman. Located in California's Sequoia National Park, the General Sherman is the largest tree in the world. This Goliath stands an incredible 275 feet or 83 meters tall and has a base diameter of 36 feet or 11 meters. 60 feet above the tree's base, the diameter is 17.5 feet or 5.3 meters. Any way you look at it, this is a huge tree. The General Sherman is named after Union Army General William Tecumseh Sherman. General Sherman is most famous for his March to the Sea campaign, which brought total war to the southern states. The tree was named by James Wolverton, a scholar of natural history who had served under General Sherman in the 9th Indiana Cavalry. While not the oldest tree in existence, that title belongs to an unnamed Great Basin bristlecone pine tree in California that's 5,066 years old, the General Sherman is certainly no spring chicken. In 2006, one of the tree's largest branches fell off. The fallen limb's diameter was 6.6 feet long, 2 meters, and its length 98 feet, or 30 meters. This shows just how incredibly big the General Sherman is. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button and subscribe for more.